Okay, so I promised that I'd be giving you a video today to go over some of these IXL lessons that some of you have this week, okay? So parallel structure, some of you have that, some of you are doing the best evidence to support a claim, and then there's a Thesaurus activity that we're just going to briefly go over. So the first one that I see some of you having trouble with in the classroom, just from yesterday, is parallel structure. And I know we've talked about this in class, and I know we've briefly gone over it, so I'm just going to go over it again just to kind of remind you of what it is and how it works, and I think it's going to help you as you do that activity. So I have three different sentences here, okay? And they're all different when it comes to parallel structure. If you notice, this first one, I have a star by it, obviously because it's correct. So it says, Mary likes to swim, hike, and ride her bicycle. Okay, so we've got swim, hike, and ride her bicycle. Now notice, swim, hike, ride are all elements in this sentence, and they're all verbs. And they're all parallel, okay? Now the difference is if you look at how these are used here, now look when they're down here in the second sentence. Mary likes, okay, read out the infinitive too, swimming, hiking, and to ride her bicycle. So notice that we're using the ing form on these verbs here. So we've got swimming and we have hiking, which is great. And then I went back in and I put to ride her bicycle. So if I was going to make this parallel, what do I need to change? I need to change this last part of the sentence. So the correct change would be, obviously, to add an ing. So I would take this out, because she likes swimming, hiking, and riding. Get that ing on the verb. I think the roofers are knocking at me. Hope they don't need my room. That's weird. So anyway, the ing now makes this sentence parallel. Now let's look at this third one. Mary biked, hiked, and went swimming. Okay? Now, I know that this is, we've got the ed, and then went swimming, which is past tense, but if you're going to make this truly parallel, what is the past tense version of swim? It's actually swam. So we actually take the went out, and now we just have our one-worded activities. Biked, hiked, and swam. Okay, it's not swimmed, it's swam. So that makes that parallel. Some tips on when you're doing this parallel structure, okay? And I'm going to look at my notes really quick because I wrote down some things that I want you to do. When you're doing this, here's some quick and easy fixes. Skim your paper, I had that written down, sorry. Skim your answer choices and look for words like and look at words like or, okay? Look at those conjunctions and look on either side of them and make sure that the objects they are referring to in the sentence are written in the same manner, or if there are verbs present, that they are written in the same manner. Do they have the ing? Do they have the ed? And when I talk about that, looking at those, don't forget that you need to also check out the adverbs, okay? So remember, a lot of times adverbs end in ly, so let's say it was Mary ran happily, and we're going to make this parallel. Let's say that she ran fast, okay? So instead of saying Mary ran happily and fast, another word for fast would be, to make it parallel, quickly. Got that ly going on, right? So don't forget to look at your adverbs also. You need to make sure that they're parallel. If there's a list, I wrote down because I saw some of this. If there's a list and there's a colon, okay, and it gives you a list of elements, make sure that whatever's here in this list, these are parallel, all right? So if it's one word, like swam, or if it's something like to bike, to swim, to run, make sure that they all match in that list, okay? So don't let the colon screw you up. Just look on the other side of it and make sure that they're all parallel, okay? The next thing that we're going to talk about, and if that's all you had, you can turn me off, is we're going to talk about evidence to support a claim. A lot of you have this IXL this week. And the main things that you need to remember on evidence to support a claim is first, what choice directly supports the claim. So we always talk about in class, about omitting answer choices. So this is the first thing that you need to do. When you read that question and you read your answer choices, if any of them do not directly support the claim, X it out. Okay? Just forget about it. Then the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to look at which one is credible. Okay? Is there a credible source? So what does credible mean? Credible means that it's someone who is an expert, or maybe it's a group of people who could be qualified as experts, okay? And again, there's going to be answer choices that may have 2 or maybe even 3 answer choices that have different groups or different people. Make sure that you look at those and then omit. It may say that a 3rd grade student mentioned whatever it was, but maybe in the other answer choice, the principal mentioned. Well, I love 3rd graders, I have one, but which one's more credible? Probably the principal, okay? So after you omit after this, go down here and look at your answer choices. Which one is credible? If some aren't credible, X them out. And then the last thing that I wrote down, is make sure that whatever the answer choice is not based on just a personal opinion, okay? So not an opinion. We all have these, and it's great. I didn't mean to put opinions. Opinion, we all have an opinion, but on this IXL, you cannot choose the evidence to be an opinion, all right? That does not support a claim. Do not choose the one that is an opinion. If you guys take your time, that IXL should be very simple to get a good grade on, okay? Very simple to get a good grade on. And then the other thing, guys, is if you have the Thesaurus entry one, okay, where it's the Thesaurus activity. I don't even know how I did that. Thing that I want you to remember is they are giving you the definition of the word, all right? And then they're showing you how it's used. Take your time, look at the entry, read all parts of the entry, and then make your answer choice, okay? Every one of them that I've looked at, the 2 choices are very different, okay? And it should not be hard to get a good grade on the Thesaurus activity, okay? Speaking of these IXL activities, before I let you go, remember that you can use any resource out there that you have, okay? You can use your Chromebook, you can use your phone, you can use an actual dictionary and thesaurus, okay? Otherwise, if you don't have a dictionary and thesaurus at home, luckily the internet has those options available. The only thing that you can't use is another human being, okay? So don't have your mom and dad answer them for you. They can help point you in the right direction. Don't call a classmate to give you the answer, but just use the resources available and you're going to get the right answer, okay? Take your time, and remember these IXLs, you can work as long as you want on them and do as many questions as you want on them to get the grade that you want. So if you start now, I know a lot of you within just maybe even 30 minutes can get an A, and then you can move on from there. If you have any questions though, don't hesitate to reach out and I will help you more with those IXLs. Have a great day.